Introducing first in the corner to my left from Watertown, New York, weighing in at 195 pounds, one half of American Machine, Freddie! His opponent is accompanied to ringside by fellow Amityville Project members Damien, Galeone, and Lawless. They represent from Amityville, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Verna!
Alongside YUTA, congratulations on your first round victory. Strong words from Dan Barry trying to get in the head of Jay Freddie.
You know, Jay Freddie is not messing around here tonight. He's had some words for Mike Verna, and he's got some chops for him right now.
These two have bad blood stemming from a match that you can watch on Powerbomb TV.
Yes,
just a couple weeks ago at Beyond Wrestling Apocalypse Dudes, and the common denominator in all of the Amityville Project's matches seemed to be Lawless, who is not cleared to medically compete, still finds a way to get himself physically interjected, and he does have a crutch, that he should be using to stabilize his body. He's using it as a weapon.
You know, usually a crutch is a handicap. It's something that prevents you from getting involved in a professional wrestling match, but somehow Lawless has found a way to use his as a weapon, as you said. Mike Verna using his supreme size right now to take it to Jay Freddie. But there's some of that dojo crazy out of Freddie.
Well, Freddie is dojo crazy, but Freddie was also in here, wound up like a top for the better part of 5 minutes while Dan Barry very calmly ran his mouth. How much energy does Freddie even have at this point of the matchup?
You know, you could say that Jay Freddie was expending a lot of energy during that tirade, as you might say, by Dan Barry, but I think it was almost taunting a caged animal. As you see Jay Freddie choking Mike Verna right now.
Freddie's all fired up. Freddie's a fan favorite here at Beyond Wrestling. Mike Verna, who was introduced as a surprise when Lawless went out with an injury as the third man in the Amityville Project.
Oh, good Lord.
Jay Freddie just thrown overhead to the floor, and he's in no man's land right there. We've got the official making sure to keep a close eye as Dan Barry taunts Freddie on the floor, but making sure that nobody else is getting physically interjected in the match. Verna's a big guy to be diving on Jay Freddie just like that. And while Freddie's got everything else to worry about on the floor, I mean, he's basically fighting a 4-on-1 battle right now.
You know, it's bad enough to be in a wrestling match and to be on the floor. It's bad enough to be surrounded by 3 of the most dangerous men in beyond wrestling. But then to have Mike Verna diving on you from inside the ring, I don't know how Freddie's going to come back from this one.
Well, Verna's really demonstrated his versatility over the past couple months. I mean, nobody in Beyond Wrestling has debuted at American Rana as a virtual unknown, but that just goes to show you what a keen eye for talent that Dan Barry has. And I mean, Verna just throwing Jay Freddie into the hardest part of the ring, spilling onto the floor. Jay Freddie's chances in this match are diminishing by the second.
You know, I think Jay Freddie might be seeing his tournament for tomorrow dreams go up in smoke. But getting back to what you said before, Denver, Colorado, Dan Barry does have a keen eye for talent. He believes that everyone here in the Amityville Project has been slept on for too long, and there's no better place to become a star than TFT.
My question to you is, if this, if you're matched up with one of these guys in the second round, who would you prefer to compete against?
You know, that's a very tough question because they both bring very different challenges. Of course, Jay Freddie, dojo-trained, certified psychopath, but I don't know how you can compete with the strength and power of Mike Verna that we just saw on display there.
Verna's tough. Jay Freddie's trying, he's just really like grasping, not for straws, but just at the face and ears of his opponent, anything that he can do to try and, I mean, Jay Freddie, if there's one attribute that he has that Mike Verna lacks, it's Jay Freddie hits hard. I mean, Mike Verna is a competitor that tries to prove that, wrestlers are made in the gym. He has dubbed himself the body of the new crop, as some have been trying to lay claim to being the face of the new crop.
Absolutely. Mike Verna, has this air about him, as do all of the Amityville Project members, that they are better than everyone else in Beyond Wrestling. But Jay Freddie has been working too hard for too long to let that go.
Jay Freddie right now, what's he going to be able to do? Oh, he couldn't even get any momentum off the ropes. Charging Verna in. Walks right into a power slam.
And for as strong as Mike Verna is, all of that started when he grabbed Jay Freddie by the trunks. You think when you have a guy with that kind of physical talent, those kinds of skills, you wouldn't need to resort to tactics like that.
That's not illegal, but it's certainly not moral. It certainly is a shortcut.
It's not
breaking the rules, but it is bending the rules.
Bending the rules, I would say.
And now Verna going to the high rent district right here.
I don't really know who this favors here. You don't really see these guys go up top too often.
There we see Jay Freddie again trying to hold the face of Verna. Caught him good in the midsection right there. Freddie, is he trying to find his footing? Oh, man, was looking for a missile drop kick, and instead Verna going right into a submission hold. Does he have that Texas Cloverleaf applied? Look at the angle and the torque on the head of Jay Freddie.
Oh, man, Jay Freddie's in a predicament right in the center of the ring.
Freddie was able to alleviate the pressure on his neck, but instead all the pressure was applied to the lower back. And he's trying to get a submission.
And omoplata with a crossface, there it is.
Yeah, but Verna's so close to the ropes. I don't think the referee realized it, and Verna instead looking for a pin. Freddie still got the submission applied. Verna's able to get that arm free now, able to get to the ropes.
Verna was looking for that
one arm, pulling Jay Freddie up onto his shoulders.
Look at the strength and the power.
Oh, Freddie caught him on the headbutt. A moment of hesitation on a Verticosta, and now the Shining Wizard.
Oh, can he capitalize, though? Can he capitalize?
Freddie not even going for a pin. I think that's very telling.
No, this is about more than just winning. Oh,
no! Oh, come on, Freddie. The tournament's on the line here.
Jay Freddie's thinking about more than tournament for tomorrow. He's got a personal score to settle right here.
Well, now's not the time or the place.
I'd have to agree with you, Denver, Colorado, but I don't think Jay Freddie's thinking about that right now.
Well, he's going to focus on one thing at hand. He's going to beat Mike Verna. Verna walking right around.
Oh,
and that time the drop kick connected square on the chest. Mike Verna's still standing in the corner.
Oh, hard chop out of Freddie.
Freddie charging in.
Those profanity-laced chops by Jay Freddie.
Like you said, it is deeply personal. See Verna up on the shoulders.
Oh, good God almighty.
Verna up on instinct alone. Freddie might be looking for sliced bread. Oh, no, instead.
On his head again.
Caught him with that cutter at a high angle.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how Mike Verna is still moving after that. Oh, Jay Freddie's going for that wrist tape. Could be loading up that lariat.
I mean, when you take off the wrist tape, you leave yourself more susceptible to injuries, but you can really connect with skin on bone.
Ooh.
That's what Ryan Galeone just felt as Dan Barry's got knocked off the
There
apron.
he goes down.
And just like that, Jay Freddie into the waiting arms of Mike Verna. Oh, hitting with that F10. Good night, Jay Freddie.
You could count to 10. You could count to 100, Denver, Colorado.
Here's your winner, and to the semifinals.